Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a lovely day. I wanted to talk a little bit about sleep hygiene. I know I have had some difficulty sleeping lately, and I see a fair amount of patients that have this problem with insomnia, or either they can get to bed okay, but they don't stay asleep, or they have trouble from the get-go. So I did not want to give anybody medical advice. This is not meant for medical advice, but this is educational purposes only, but just to talk a little bit about a few tips and tricks that you can do to help your sleep. And number one is no eating 2 to 3 hours prior to bed. The average person needs about 8 hours of sleep, and it is important to hit all of the stages of sleep. So there's 4 stages of sleep. And if we take things like sedative hypnotics, so the traditional medicines that we're given, prescriptions for sleep, sometimes we skip over really important stages of sleep. So it's pretty important to try to do this naturally and try to do this on your own. There's definitely a lot of supplements too that integrative and functional medicine physicians can provide, or maybe you can research on your own and talk to your doctor about it. But the easy things, the things like dietary changes, so no eating, and in particular sweets, 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, but not being starving before you go to bed as well. Not drinking a ton of water before bed so you're not up all night going to the bathroom. That is a nice little tip. And the other thing is, like, during the day, try not to take any naps and limit your caffeine intake, maybe just 1 cup in the morning. But I know a lot of people, they'll drink caffeine later on in the evening and then they have trouble sleeping. So watching your caffeine intake, also exercise. So some form of daily exercise is very important for sleep hygiene, but not rigorous or vigorous exercise close to bedtime, so 2 hours prior to bedtime. So something more relaxing, like a nice relaxing yoga class or deep breath work, will help. In addition, a mindfulness practice of some sort. So whether it's deep breathing, like the 4-7-8 breath that I talk about, or some sort of mini meditation. There's great apps out there now for sleep, like Headspace and Calm, or Heart Math is also good. So heart rate variability and connecting your breath with your heartbeat, that's also a nice one. And then also, let's see, what else? Keeping your room dark and cold. So if you have, it's good, you don't have to be cold, but if the ambient temperature is cooler, then it is usually easier for you to sleep. So those are just some little tips and tricks you can try. The other thing is, if you get in bed and you cannot sleep, then you need to if you're laying there tossing and turning, if 15 minutes go by, you need to get out of bed. And then don't have any screens in the bedroom. So no TVs, no phones on, scrolling through and while you're in bed, no computers on. Wear blue light glasses that blocks the blue light from the screens. So get up out of bed and do those things that make your brain active somewhere else. So if you can't sleep, go out to the living room, and then you can keep the low light on, but do those screen things outside of the bedroom. Anyway, I hope that helps you. Have a good night. Sleep tight.